Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Suzanne from John J. Daly Elementary School.
Hi, I'm Dr. Cohen from Manor Haven Elementary School.
Hello, I'm Dr. Liccato from Guggenheim Elementary School. Hello, I'm Mrs. Meg Sheehan from John Philip Sousa Elementary School.
And hello, I am Dr. Ferrante from South Salem Elementary School. We welcome all of you today. We understand that the change in the district's plan from 5-day all-in to the hybrid model has caused controversy throughout our community. Following the Board of Ed presentation on August 20th, outlining the instructional plan for elementary school, we wanted to give you a more in-depth look on how we will be educating our elementary students while keeping the safety of our students, staff, and families in the forefront of our minds. The following presentation is a representation of the countless hours of collaboration amongst the teachers, staff members, parents, Board of Ed members, and school district administrators. As you know, all kindergarten through grade 1 students will be receiving iPads, as the 2nd through 5th graders will be receiving Chromebooks. Students are either going to be hybrid or fully virtual. You have an option to elect for the full virtual plan for your child when you complete the online intent form below. It will be available Friday, August 21st, and the deadline to submit the form is Friday, August 28th. All of the students, whether you're hybrid or fully virtual, are going to be broken into 2 different groups, a white group and a blue group. All of the students, whether you're virtual, whether you're hybrid, are all going to begin and end each day together as a full class. So, if you choose the hybrid option and you're in school, half of the children are going to be in school at the same time, while the other half are going to be at home. When you're in school, you're going to be in the classroom getting direct instruction from the teacher, and students are going to remain in their pods with their assigned classroom teachers all day long. The great part about this hybrid model is that we are able to maintain all of our special area programs. So the special area teachers are going to rotate into the classrooms in 2-week clusters. So every child is going to be receiving library, art, music, phys ed, and whole class enrichment delivered through our PEP esteemed teachers. Phys ed and music are going to be provided outside, weather permitting. Lunch will be eaten in classrooms. Recess are going to be provided in the small pods outside, weather permitting. We're going to be providing mask breaks for our students during the day. And the only different part about the hybrid in school split time is that our RISE and TLC and our entering and emerging E&L students are going to be in for all 4 days of school rather than just the 2 days. Now, if you're hybrid and you're at home, you are going to be required to be part of that morning meeting where attendance is going to be taken. You're going to be expected to be ready as it is a school day. We're going to be giving schedules for the students at home that will be provided first thing in the morning during that morning meeting. Throughout the remainder of the day, there's going to be a combination of asynchronous and synchronous instruction. And that could be through Google Meets or Zooms, Google Classrooms, and any other platform teachers desire to use. Students are still going to be receiving their asynchronous specials, and that will be daily. Support services such as building level services of reading and math, OT, PT, resource room, those will all continue to be provided even when their children are at home. And we are always going to keep in mind screen time as we're planning the daily schedule.
There will also be a full virtual instruction option for our families. What is the difference between full virtual instruction and hybrid instruction? Our students who will be in the full virtual model will be remote from home every day, not just 2 days a week. They will not come to school. Their classroom will be at their house. Students will be assigned to a white or a blue team the same way our hybrid students are assigned to a white or a blue team. The reason for this is because if a family elects to have their student return to school after a few weeks of virtual instruction, then their student or their child can move easily back into either the white or blue team on the hybrid plan. Attendance will be taken during morning meeting each day, the same way it is taken with our hybrid students during that whole class instruction time. Students should be ready for the day. They should be up and dressed, ready to go, have all their supplies ready for their fun-filled, packed day of learning. Students are expected to be ready for the school day, and the schedule of the day will be presented to them during that whole class time. Live streaming will be provided during direct instruction, and students will receive asynchronous specials daily. Screen time will be considered when planning the daily schedule. I would now like to take you through an overview of a day for our white team students and our blue team students, as well as our fully virtual students. You can see here that this is a Monday, Thursday schedule. This is a sample schedule, and the times may change just a little bit, but this will give you an idea of what a day will look like. If you look at the first column, you will see that the white team is in school. This white team is part of our hybrid model. That white team will have teacher collaboration time. They will be involved in a whole class meeting where all three teams will come together. You will have your white team who's in school, your fully virtual white team who is at home, your blue team who is at home learning, and your fully virtual blue team who is virtual. The white team will then partake in direct instruction in the classroom with their teacher. This is instruction that is robust, continuous throughout the course of the week, whether they're in home or at school. And then our fully virtual students will be live streamed in. So they will be able to be watching the instruction as it's happening. Our blue team students who are at home during this time will be on Google Classroom or doing asynchronous learning. All students will have an opportunity for lunch and recess throughout the day, whether or not they are in school or at home. And then as you can see, our white team will go back to direct instruction in person, while our fully virtual white team will live stream into the classroom just like they did in the morning, and our blue team and our fully virtual blue team will be again on their Google Classroom instruction and their asynchronous learning. The next part of the day will include for the white team a mask break. This mask break might be in the classroom, it might be outside. This time will be with their paraprofessional or another special area teacher. The fully virtual team, the fully virtual white team, will be with asynchronous instruction at this time. The blue team, who is at home, and the fully virtual blue team will be receiving direct instruction via Google Meet from their classroom teacher. The next block of the day is a special in-person from their teacher for the white team, and via asynchronous instruction for our fully virtual white team, our blue team, and our fully virtual blue team. And then the last block of the day before our end of the day meeting will once again be direct instruction for our white team, fully virtual live stream instruction for our fully virtual white team, and our blue team and our fully virtual blue team will be engaged in Google Classroom asynchronous instruction. We will end the day the same way we began the day. All four teams will come together as one for a live streamed experience with their teacher, where they'll get to build community and have a review or a recap of the day and prepare for the next day. What will be happening with our students on Tuesdays and Fridays? On Tuesdays and Fridays, our blue team students will be in school, and our fully virtual blue team students will be live from home. While our white team students are now at home, and our fully virtual white team students are at home. You will notice in both the last schedule and this schedule that if you're on the blue team, you follow the same schedule as the fully virtual blue team. And if you're on the white team, you follow the same schedule as the fully virtual white team, or similar. We'd start the day again with teacher collaboration, and then we begin the day with all of our teams of students together, building community, working on social emotional learning, and the teachers setting them up for the day to be successful. We once again have direct instruction, and during direct instruction time when students are in school, our fully virtual team will be live streamed into the classroom. And our white team and our fully virtual white team will be on Google Classroom. It's important to note that even though our students are only in school Tuesday and Friday and at home the opposite days, or vice versa, depending on what team they are on, the instruction will be continuous throughout the course of the week. There will be new learning each day, and the instruction will be robust, enriched by our specialized programs, as well as whole school enrichment with our esteemed teachers. There will be a mass break again when students are in school, and there will be direct instruction at one point during the day for our students who are at home. Once again, we will end the day with a whole class meeting so that we can review the day and prepare for the next day.
Wednesday is our all-virtual day. Students will be learning from home. The day will open and close with a whole class online meeting. Your children will also have the opportunity to meet with teachers in small virtual groups. Asynchronous instruction will be available from a special area teacher. Wednesdays at home will allow for enrichment activities, virtual field trips, music lessons, and project-based learning. When children are in school, they will be in small groups. These groups will be their designated pod. They will learn together, play together, and eat together while always maintaining a safe distance of 6 feet. The students will remain in their classrooms with limited movement and contact with others outside of their pod. Special area teachers will rotate into classrooms. All classrooms will meet the CDC and SED guidelines for health and safety. We know that you have many questions regarding the health and safety for your family. Here are a few frequently asked questions. How are temperature checks being handled? Temperature checks will take place for students and staff prior to arriving at school. However, students may be screened at school if this information is not received prior to your child's arrival. What do I do if my child is sick? Your child must stay at home if any of the following symptoms are experienced: fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, fatigue, muscle or body aches, headache, new loss of taste or smell, sore throat, congestion or runny nose, nausea or vomiting, diarrhea. If a child presents symptoms of COVID, all siblings will go home and will remain at home. If there is a positive COVID in the family, all siblings will be at home for 14 days. A doctor's note is always required to return to school.
While the students are in their pods, they will have an individual desk. Students and staff will be required to wear a mask at all times. This mask should cover both a person's mouth and nose. Mask breaks will be given throughout the day when students can maintain social distance. We will utilize our outdoor spaces as much as possible in all of our buildings. Students will be encouraged to bring in a water bottle to drink during class. Some classrooms in our buildings have air conditioners, while others do not. However, we will be putting HEPA filters in all of our classrooms, as well as some large area spaces throughout our buildings. Windows and doors will remain open whenever possible. We do have no-touch hydration stations available for bottle refill. Water fountains will not be in use throughout the academic school year. Students will have limited movements within their hallways. Social distancing will be required and masks must be worn at all times. In some of our buildings, we have stairwells. When possible, all stairwells will be designated for one-way traffic. Signage will be posted to notify students. In regards to our bathrooms, we have increased cleaning frequency. In addition, our bathrooms will be monitored by our staff, and the number of students will be limited for each bathroom. There will not be any air dryers, only paper towels used throughout the school day, and masks must be worn at all times. We will continue with our lunch and breakfast programs. Breakfast will be provided. Lunch and snack will all be eaten in the classroom. Lunch will be delivered to each room during your child's designated lunch period. Consideration of students with food allergies will be addressed in each building on a class-to-class basis for both snack and lunch.
To continue on with social distancing, students and staff will be required to maintain a social distance of 6 feet to the fullest extent possible. All instructional spaces are redesigned so that students can maintain a social distance of 6 feet from one another. Desk and furniture placement in the classrooms have been adjusted. Signage will be used to illustrate traffic flow and maintain social distancing. Arrival and dismissal will be organized to allow for social distancing. Additional paraprofessionals will be on hand to help supervise and monitor social distancing. Once again, this was an overview of how instruction will be delivered this year. We will provide a rigorous schedule to deliver grade-level instruction in a safe manner, which is academically appropriate as well as age-appropriate. We recognize our students have not been in school since March, and our staff members are planning for many ways to bring them back into our school community, along with collaboration from our mental health staff, including our outstanding guidance counselors and school psychologists. We will spend many weeks slowly transitioning them back into the school community to build the foundations where the academic growth and learning can begin. Just remember, children take their leads from the adults. Be positive. This is a different looking school, but it's still going to be a wonderful school for all. As always, our staff members are prepared to take care of your children's academic and social emotional needs. And we cannot wait to have our students back in school with us. We look forward to seeing you and hearing from you at our HSA meetings on Tuesday, where we will answer all your questions. Kindly hold off until then. It's going to be a fabulous year. Enjoy your weekend.